So here's a rule of life. You don't get to choose the bad things that happen to you. Quoted from Rory Miller, author, martial artist, former corrections officer, and a really good teacher. And he's right. I met a couple traveling. They didn't choose to have their passports or credit cards stolen at the airport. My friend didn't choose to have someone try to carjack her in a gym parking lot. And I certainly didn't choose to be assaulted by somebody I knew. And while we'd rather not have any bad or violent things happen to us, occasionally they do. And while we don't get to choose the time, the place, or the event, we can choose to be better prepared to recognize and avoid those situations, or to respond in a way to de-escalate and leave. I call these safety skills habits of awareness. And here's an example of how they work. One day, I had just finished shopping in one of those big box stores. As I pushed my cart out the door and walked toward the parking lot, I looked left, I looked right, I scanned back to the left. All of a sudden, a man I'd seen walking toward the door only a second before was now walking straight at me, and he had a really weird look on his face. The moment I saw him coming, we locked eyes. He turned away and bolted into the store. I knew I had just avoided being robbed. Because I had scanned the area and been aware, I saw him coming. The would-be thief lost the element of surprise. He lost control of the situation and he gave up. He didn't want to fight. He just wanted an easy score. The habit of awareness I used was scanning when entering into a new space. When you scan, be aware of people in the area and the baseline behaviors. That means look for what's normal in that time and place. Then trust your gut. If something seems off, try to avoid it. Respond if you need to, and leave as soon as possible. How can you remember to practice scanning? Easy. Most of us already have the habit of looking left and looking right before we step off a curb or go out into a parking lot. Anytime you look left and look right, take a second and add that scan back to the left. Again, notice if anything seems off. This is called prevention-based self-defense. How can you learn more about awareness, about de-escalation, or even physical defense? Ask if your workplace or community center has training. ThinkSafe seminars and others can provide this training. You just need to show up and learn and practice. If you need more assistance figuring this out, figuring out where to start, contact me through thinksafeseminars.com or online. Thank you. Be safe out there.